Here we go.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. We're gonna do a little story time today. We got here just a stack of good papers, a little bit of cat hair there, don't know how they got there. We got some fresh oil pastels here, some color pencils if need be, and we're just gonna see what happens here. I'm just gonna do a little story time, a little simple story time. Let's see, what should our story be about? Where should our story be about? Should it be on Earth? Yeah, sure. We'll do something on Earth. Do something classical. Do something modern. Something future. Oh gosh, I don't know. Let's keep it simple. We can do something in the woods. A story about, let's see. About a little fox. Let's do a little fox here. Got tail goes up and a high arch on the back, and its head goes up, perks on out. Go ahead and make one of those ears. That other one right over there. And of course those legs aren't too down though. Right over there. Maybe a little bit right there. Finish up with the jaw. That's the eager guy. He's looking out. He's going places. That little guy's going places. Let's see, what kind of fox do we have? Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Honeycocker. A little burnt sienna here. Do a little burnt sienna. And what would really do well? Oh, you know, if we had some, yeah, let's do a little bit of this soft tan, and we'll brighten it up with a little bit of that salmon pink. That should be good, and then we can come back in with a little bit extra something, but this'll start it off pretty well. Let's go ahead and get that soft tan going. Go ahead and get that soft tan going here. We're just gonna do a little, just kind of random. I want to fill in a little bit places later. And of course that goes up tight. I always got that thin fur there. And that's really, puff on that chest. There we go. It's the eager boy. He's got an adventure ahead of him. He got the whole world ahead of him. Yeah, let's flip those up there. There we go. The legs don't need too much. Just a little bit of something. Just a little bit of something. I'm not going too hard. Just putting a nice little undercoat there. And now, come back in with something. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that fella in there. Now this, since it is light, I am going to give it a little harder. I'm also going to fill in a little extra. I'm going to let that overlap, let that start to blend. There we go. use that colored pencil to my advantage, get kind of a heel. Then we're gonna go right here. There we go. There's a lot of colored pencil there, but that's alright. The dirty paws have been running. Always come back with that finger if it gets too much. And I also have just a disposable little fan brush here. We can get rid of some of that. There we go. There we are. Now, and come back in with this darker. Once again, I'm not gonna, and this time really not too heavy, but I'm gonna give more of a shape. More of a shape. Oh, he's got a kind of a crimson crust. Since it's so dark, I'm not trying to go so hard. There we are. Okay. Oh yes. There we go. Not too much on the feet there. Those other colors shine a little bit. Oh, he's a little thick boy. It's alright. Be a little thick boy. He's a little older than we thought he was. He's a seasoned fella. Yeah. And here we just got that little taper. Little taper. Little taper. And what really makes kind of an old boy, what we're gonna do, just gonna get a little bit of this white and a little bit of this gray. A little bit of white, a little bit of gray. We're gonna come back in, same thing in the center. We're gonna play off of that line. Play off of that line. Oh yes. Now I got somebody. Oh yeah. See if we can get. Oh yeah. Now I'll get yeah. What is it, filler? Yeah. Little somebody. Little green nose there. Let's see, yeah, just a little bit here. This white's gonna just kind of really kind of soften it, make it all kind of glow. All kind of glow. Circle her up. There we go. There we go. Now we got a little somebody. Who is this fella? Oh gosh, I think that's Raoul. What kind of trouble could Raoul get into today? Well, Raoul's definitely looking to go somewhere. Let's see, could he be after some food? Could he be after someone? A love? Raoul definitely sounds like he needs some love. What kind of love would he have? Maybe not something typical. Perhaps he does not fancy a regular love. Maybe he has a love for something else. TV, video games, books. What is he after? Well, Raul, with that perk, I'm gonna go ahead and say you fancy yourself a new pair of shoes. Alright, so let's get Raul a new pair of shoes. First, Raul, most likely, is gonna have to get some type of transportation to the store. What is he gonna take? Well, let's say Raul's gonna take some type of vehicle. Or you could take a skateboard. Nah, Raul's not gonna take a skateboard. Raul's not that kind of fella. No, I think he's gonna take himself well, the only logical thing that I can think of is that he would have to take a time machine to get to the store. Because Raul is not some punk that's gonna take some regular shoe. He's gotta impress his ladies. Or his fellas. Whatever he fancies. I didn't ask. But I do know he's gonna have to take that time machine. So let's go ahead and get going on this time machine. Now, of course, we do have to factor in the fact that this is a functional time machine. It's going to have to travel both space and time. Because if we, as everyone knows, if you went back only in time, the planet would not be in the same space as you were when you traveled in time. You may end up just floating in space. Slight differences, you know. So, let's go ahead and get something that could travel in any direction. How about, I don't know, some type of sphere that works on some fancy propulsion system that we haven't developed yet. Let's talk about just a standard sphere. And then in that sphere, of course, we can get with a little window. And then on the outskirts here, we can have various little thrusters that would carry us through space. Yeah, and then we'll get Raul here. Get him looking down. He's gonna be, be looking down. So let's get him going here. Now, of course, we'll go ahead and get Raul filled in, just because I have those colors out right now. And this we're going to quickly fill in. There we go. Raul can take a look there. And oh no, I dropped it. Let's see, Raul, we gotta get you looking fine. We gotta get you looking fine, man. There you go. There you are. Crimson them up. There you go. Nice and crimsoned. Back through with that a little bit. Back through with this guy. Brighten up his day. Oh, wait. Age him. Gotta age him up a little bit. There we go. Then come back. Brighten up that day. Brighten up that day. There we go. Oh, a little distraught. He never traveled in this way before. I can put all his little whiskers down. He's a little distraught. He's confused. Alright, so I think we can go ahead and get just a wonderful color. Just a wonderful color scheme going for this little time machine. Now, time machine, I don't know about you, but time machine to me seems pretty colorful. I think, of course, we gotta get some blue. Blue in there would be nice. A little bit more cosmic blue. And then let's age it. Age it. And I don't wanna rust, because then you know when it's kind of close. So let's get some more, you know, a little bit of this going, just to add like a kind of a mossy touch to things. Not a bright moss. Just a little moss here and there. And then of course we have a dark gray that we can use for the general color here. And then we'll worry about these thrusters here in a second. Now let's see. So for this, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna get a bold dark gray. Yeah, there we go. Nice bold dark gray in there. Head all the way around that thing. That's gonna do it. Ooh. We're gonna come back in with the darker blue. What is this blue? What do we got? Oh, ultramarine blue. That is pretty blue, my man. There we go with that ultramarine blue right there on that outside. Right there on that outside. There we go. Don't be afraid to cross that line. I'm not worried about that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Two circles going all the way around twice. Oh yeah, get that hold on there. We got so much pressure here. Okay. Yeah. Extra color. Sometimes it's good to have it in there, especially when we're doing multiple layers like this. Go ahead and keep it in for a second. We're doing multiple layers right now. We're gonna keep all that in. Oh, Raul over here. Raul Rodriguez Monduez. I'm sorry, that was wrong. I shouldn't have said the last part. Raul Rodriguez was enough. Ugh. Fans getting so dirty. Okay, now let's get this lighter blue in here. That lighter blue, we're just gonna do all of it. We're gonna do all of it right in there. All the way up to Raul. There you go, Raul. There you go, Raul. Raul's feeling safe in the comfort of his enclosing window. His shrinking window. There you go. There you go. That blue's gonna mix in nice and well with all that. There we go. Just have to get those little bit of crust in there. Helps out right now. And I'm gonna come back through with this age. This is just kind of, this time machine's been used before, not necessarily by him, but it's seen some things. It's just kind of got a general, kind of just all kinds of life growing on it. Not necessarily any type of life in general, just, you know, whatever you want. You want a little moss on there, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's bacteria or something, I don't know. Whatever you think. Whatever you think's on there. You can hardly tell. Alright. Yeah, let's see here. Now these thrusters. Of course the thrusters are going to have some type of little bits, but I think we should go simple on the three. You know what? think the thrusters need some extra crisp. That extra crisp. Let's get a colored pencil. Excellent. What do we have here? Just standard red. Didn't I have a little something exciting? Yeah. Oh, a little mahogany. Yeah, the mahogany maybe. Nah. We're gonna go simple. Just a simple red. A simple red. Right on there. See how we're gonna do the thrusters. Should we do them cone, pin shape? Light little fellas? What would a time machine thruster look like? Time machine thruster. Just kind of short burst. It probably would. It probably would. You know what? I'm going to withdraw. This one's going to be a different one. It's going to be the main one or something like that. But right now, we're going to change it up a little bit. What we're going to do is I'm going to take, oh God, what I'm thinking about doing is taking this guy here, a metallic blue, to come off like that, just like a little stem, decent little stem there. There we go. Decently, let's add one up there. Decent little stem. It's a little time machine thruster. The time machine thruster probably isn't like a normal thruster. You gotta think it was probably, it's like little pops, little beeps. Just propel you where you need to go, because you wouldn't be far off, right? Nah. There we go. Go. Alright, so Raul's in his very organic time machine, and now he's going to work his way to a shoe store in the future, because that's the only place that's going to have the shoes so that he can get the type of mates that he so desires. So let's move this to the side, get that classic tear. And let's go ahead and put you back over there. So, let's see. So he makes it to the shoe store. It's way in the future. He's got to get 4 shoes. He's got to get 4 shoes. And we're just going to pick out the type of shoe. What type of shoe is he going to get? What type of future shoe would you get? That's probably, probably going to be a similar structure. Well, what would go good with our fellow there? Our very tan fellow. Let's take a look again. Let's take a look. What type of shoes? What type of shoes is Raul here gonna want from this very future store? I think he's gonna need some type of that's gonna help him out there. Oh my gosh. Wheelies? Oh my gosh, he needs wheelies. Of course, he went to the future for wheelies. So let's get him a good pair of wheelies. So what I'm thinking here is we're gonna have to get oh yeah, here we go. Just a classic here. Aqua green. Classic. Alright, let's see. Start with the sole of the shoe. I kind of want to go ahead and get that back going there. Kind of bulbs out, Thinking the sole. Oh yeah. You wouldn't even know. That's a wheelie. You're like, what is that? And it comes around. It got weird. It went back to almost a pirate style in the future. And it comes up to tight. There we go. Alright, so we got that. That looks wonderful. A wonderful shoe. Wonderful outline for a shoe. It's hard to see, but it's alright. We're about to fill this thing in here. A wonderful shoe for Raul. So, I think that we need to get a whole new color scheme for these things to complement Raul. So Raul, these wheelies, on the wheelies. Don't forget to point out where the wheelies are. Let's see, because they always stick out like halfway. There we go. That's a good wheelie right on the base of the foot there. That's a good wheelie. You know what? This is the future. They got some good wheelies in the future. I don't even know how that's possible. But this is the future. That's a good wheelie right there. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's get this thing going. So we're going to start off with a little bit of a soft orange for this shoe. A soft orange. So I'm going to go into orange and the aqua blue. And of course, since we already got the aqua blue in there, you know we're going to have to bring in the cobalt green. And then, of course, we can kind of draw a little bit as well from this light blue. This light blue. I'll accent with this orange. And we're going to do something a little special with this right here. Right here on the sole. Right there in that sole. We need to get a little pink. A little pinker pink than normal pinks. Oh yeah, what kind of pink is that? That's a pale pink. I like that. Okay, here we go. Oh no, that's alright. We're not worried about that. Let's go ahead and get this pale pink going. We're gonna do a real heavy press right on there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna bring that up to the top there. Just like that. Not the whole thing. Just the front part there. Now we'll come back through with the yellow. The yellow is gonna do a lot. There we go, baby. Filling it up. There it is. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. You never be afraid on these lighter colors. You really want them to be present in the start. Because when we come back through, I'll go ahead and we're going to get this dark going. And with this dark, just kind of, oh yeah, see, it just overtakes it right away. There we go. Even lighter. Even lighter. There it is. And I'm really gonna go heavy right here. Really gonna go heavy right here. Really gonna go heavy right there. Then we're gonna come back through this lighter fella and zigzag through there. All the way to the future for these. Wow. How far in the future? Probably billion trillion. Oh, of course. There we go. Now, heavy right through there. Heavy right through there. Heavy right through there. Heavy right through there. Alright, now we're going to come back through. We're going to go and get this yellow, and the yellow's going to invade everything. Yellow invades everything. There we go, the yellow invades everything. We're going to leave a little bit of white there. There's a whole gap. A whole gap for the improvements later. Right in that little I'm gonna leave that pink really alone. I'm gonna kind of just go just barely over it, and just to accent. Yeah, that soul's looking good. Now we're gonna come back through this yellow, and now this is really a mixing slash re-establishing the background. Really, we can mix up the pink in there. There it is. There it is. Took away a little bit of the ball of that foot, but that's alright. We can bring it back. There we go. Keeping it tight. Keeping it tight. That's a tight foot for a tight ankle. Rule's not playing around. Let's bring back the ball of that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There it is. Look at that thing. Bring back that color pencil. Think we forgot about this aqua green? We never forget about the aqua green. Here we go. There it is. Oh yeah. It's coming alive. All the way down. On that arch. And all the way up. There it is. And do we need an outline? What a question. Do we need an outline? Let me brush while I think about this outline. I think we do. I think this really needs an outline. Let's see. Let's see. Should we do, I guess, not an outline here. Let's keep it lighter than this, darker than this. A yellow green. Here we go. Let's kind of hit the in-betweens as well. Messy in there, we're gonna have to go heavy. Nice hard. Just gonna outline it right there. Clean that up. Oh yeah. We're gonna leave that pink there. In front of the shoe. Now we got a good outline right here. Right there. I am gonna. Oh yeah. There it is. Seal that off. A little bit of a tag. There it is. That's a future shoe. How much is that thing worth? Well, I know 4 of them is more than Raul could afford, so I had to steal them. But that's okay. You can't be punished for a crime that you committed in the future. You're not even there yet. So, now that Raul has his lovely shoes, he can return home. Let's take a look here. How well these blend. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He picked a great one. So Raul hops back in the ship. He's heading back to his home turf, to his humble abode. But he travels too far. Where does he go? Where does he end up? He actually ends up to the beginning of time. To the very beginning of time. When all there was a big ball of matter about to explode in the Big Bang. It was all of things. It was all of the things. Earl couldn't believe his eyes. Everything he had known, all existed within there, yet to be seen. The most surprising thing about the scene was that he wasn't the only one watching. He's not sure who was there. And there we go. Oh yeah. He was surprised to see, boom, so many lovely things. Yes. Oh yes. And of course, the aqua green. With that, Orlo's journey was done. He had his shoes. His life was better than before. Good job, Raoul. You did it. You got new shoes, and you saw the beginning of time. What a day. If only we could all be so lucky. Well, until next time, guys.